Good morning, student. Myself, S.C. Kunde from Gokhale Education Society's JDC Pitku English Medium High School, Nasik Road. Today, I am going to start your new lesson, Reflection of Light. What is the reflection of light? Reflection is when light bounces off an object. If the surface is smooth and shiny, like glass water, the light will reflect at the same angle as it hit the surface, and this is called reflection of light. What is the definition of refraction? Now, refraction is the bending of light as it passes from one substance to another substance. The light rays passes from air to glass and again back to air. The bending is caused by the differences in density between the two substances, and this is called the refraction of light. Next topic is laws of refraction. Let us study the light ray entering a glass slab from air as shown in the figure. AN is the incident ray and NB is the refracted ray. Incident ray and refracted ray at the point of incident N are on the opposite side of the normal to the surface of the slab at that point, that is CD. For air and glass, the ratio of sin I to sin R is a constant. I is the angle of incident and R is the angle of refraction. Therefore, the ratio sin I upon sin R is equals to constant. Next topic is refractive index. The change in the direction of a light ray while entering different media is different. That means for air, for glass, it is different for different media. It is related to the refractive index of the medium. The value of the refractive index is different for different media and also for light of different colors for the same medium. The refractive indices of some substances with respect to vacuum are given in the table, but in this year the table is reduced from your syllabus. The refractive index of a medium with respect to vacuum is called its absolute refractive index. Refractive index depends on the velocity of light in the medium. Sin I upon sin R is equal to constant, that is equal to N. N is called the refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. This second law is also called Snell's law. A ray incident along the normal goes forward in the same direction. See this diagram. Let the velocity of light in medium first be V1 and in medium 2 be V2 as shown in the figure. The refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium is equal to the ratio of the velocity of light in medium 1 to that in medium 2. Refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium is equals to velocity of light in medium first is V1 divided by velocity of light in medium 2, that is V2. Similarly, the refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2 is given N is equals to V2 upon V1. If the medium is vacuum then the refractive index of medium 2 is called absolute refractive index and it is written as n. Now next is refraction of light in different media. When a light ray passes from a rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards normal. Now observe this diagram, it is bent towards the normal. Next, when a light ray passes from a denser medium to a rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. When a light ray is incident normally at the boundary between two media, it does not change its direction and hence does not get refracted. Next topic is twinkling of stars. Local atmospheric conditions affect the refraction of light. In both the example, two examples are given here. The air near the hot road or desert surface and near the holy flame is hot and hence rarer than the air above it. The light rays coming from a distant object appear to be coming from the image of the object inside the ground as shown in the diagram, and this is called mirage. Effect of atmospheric conditions on refraction of light can be seen in the twinkling of the star. Stars are self-luminous, but planets do not twinkle. Stars are luminous and can be seen at night in the absence of sunlight. They appear to be point source because of their being at a very large distance from us. As the density of air increases with lowering height above the surface of the earth, the refractive index also increases. Starlight coming towards us travel from rarer medium to denser medium and constantly bend towards the normal. This makes the star appear to be higher in the sky as compared to its actual position shown in the figure. The apparent position of the star keeps changing a bit. This is because of the motion of atmospheric air and changing air density and temperature. Because of this, the refractive index of air keeps changing continuously. And because of this change, the position and brightness of the star keep changing continuously and the star appear to be twinkling. We do not see twinkling of planets. This is because planets are much closer to us as compared to stars. Therefore, they do not appear as point sources but appear as a collection of point sources. Because of the change in atmospheric refractive index in the position as well as the brightness of individual point source change, but the average position and total average brightness remains unchanged and planets do not twinkle. Next topic is dispersion of light. Now, what is exactly the dispersion? Light when passes through prism split into different color components, and this phenomena is called dispersion of light. Hold the plastic scale in your compass in front of your eyes and see through it. Turning it slowly, you will see light ray divided into different colors. These colors are that is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red colors. You will observe. You know that the light is electromagnetic radiations Wavelength is an important property of radiation. The wavelength of radiation to which our eyes are sensitive is between 400 and 700 nanometer. In this interval, radiation of different wavelength appear to have different color mentioned above. The red light has maximum wavelength, that is close to 700 nanometer, while violet light has the smallest wavelength, close to 400 nanometer. In vacuum, the velocity of light rays of all frequencies is the same, but the velocity of light in a medium depends on the frequency of light, and thus different color travel with different velocities. Therefore, the refractive index of a medium is different for different colors. Thus, when white light ray enter a single medium like glass, the angle of refraction are different for different colors. So, when the white light coming from the sun through air enter any refracting medium, it emerges as a spectrum of 7 colors. Sir Isaac Newton was the first person to use a glass prism to obtain sun's spectrum. In this, the red color bends at least, while violet bends the most. Partial and total internal reflection. When light enters a rarer medium from a denser medium, it gets partially reflected, that is, part of the light get reflected and come back into the denser medium as per law of reflection. This is called partial reflection. The rest of the light get refracted and goes into the rarer medium. As light is going from denser to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. The angle of incident I is smaller than the angle of refraction R. This is shown on the left side of the diagram. If we increase I, that is angle of incident, R will also increase according to Snell's law, as the refractive index is a constant. For a particular value of I, that is angle of incident, the value of R becomes equal to 90 degree. This value of incident angle is called the critical angle. For angles of incident larger than the critical angle, the angle of refraction is larger than 90 degree. Such rays return to the denser medium as shown towards the right in the figure, that is on the right hand side of the diagram. Thus, all the light get reflected back into the denser medium. This is called total internal reflection. We can determine the value of the critical angle as follows. Rainbow is a beautiful natural phenomenon. It is the combined effect of a number of natural processes. It is the combined effect of dispersion, refraction, and total internal reflection of light. It can be seen mainly after a rainfall. Small droplet of water act as a small prism. When light rays from the sun enter this droplet, it gets refracted and dispersed. Then there is internal reflection as shown in the figure. And after that, once again the light gets refracted while coming out of the droplet. All these three processes together produce the rainbow.